Dante's most famous work is the comedy, sometimes known as the Divine Comedy. The book demands to be read as an account of a journey that Dante himself took through the kingdoms of the afterlife in search for his redemption and freedom. We read of him as he climbs down the cave of hell, meeting all sorts of devils and souls, and the only way up is down. After climbing the hairy body of Satan, the protagonist of the comedy through a tunnel reaches the other side of our planet. Finding himself on an island in the middle of the Southern Ocean. On the island there is a mountain. It is the mountain of Purgatory, where all saved souls are sent to be purified before being able to see God. The vision of God is at the center of the third and final part. The comedy is divided into three parts, called Canticles: Hell, Purgatory, and Paradise. Each section is divided into chapters, called Cantos, and there are 100 cantos in total. "2015 marked the 750th anniversary of Dante's birth. As good an excuse as any to gather and discuss his literary achievements. Thanks to the generosity and hospitality of Pembroke College, a group of students from different subjects and at different stages of their academic courses sat around a table with two Dante experts in order to share and possibly clarify their views on Dante's poetry and thought.
My name is Barański. I was Emeritus Professor of Italian here at Cambridge between 2002 and 2011 when I took early retirement, and in fact both Maggie and I took early retirement, and we now live in Chicago and I teach at the University of Notre Dame.
And if you were going to convince somebody to study Dante, to pick up a copy of the Commedia, what would you tell them? Someone who's a bit intimidated.
Well, the first thing is I'd tell them not to be intimidated. It's an adventure story. And it's one of the reasons why there's a whole kind of goth subculture that at least reads Inferno. You know, I presume as a result, not so much of it, but of playing video games, which are linked to Dante. And I find that to actually stress to people that it's exciting, it's full of interesting characters, it'll frighten you, it'll make you, react, it'll engage you. And it has been doing that and continues to do so for a very, very long time, so we can even get, the modern reworkings, I'm being polite, such as Dan Brown's Inferno in all of this. And it is because it has that ability to continue to engage people. We still, it's astonishing how many people care about Francesca being doomed to hell and for eternity. That's what I would do, just say, go for it. It's really not, at one level, it's not that difficult.
Thank you. Okay.
Right, so I'm Robin Kirkpatrick. I first read Dante in a garden in Oxford. I first taught Dante in Hong Kong, and that was significant because the response of the first Dante students I taught in Hong Kong, all Chinese, was wonderful, and it's gone on being wonderful since then in the same kind of way. So for the last, 30 odd years, one's been talking about Dante in Cambridge. And talking about, I think, is a significant thing. There's never a point of conclusion. There's always a point of sanity. You know where you are with Dante. But the great thing is that there's always a coherent and progressing and evolving and efflorescing conversation that is possible in relation to Dante.
The conversation was centered on a canto of the comedy, the 15th canto of Paradiso. In fact, Professor Barański somewhere wrote that it is the best thing that Dante ever written.
That's a slight exaggeration. I said the first 20-odd lines.
And so it is. Only 28 lines. But this prompted the first round of questions, concerning the very first issue that any reader approaching a poem like this faces. Can we read Dante's comedy only by picking up certain sections? And are these sections prepared, envisaged by Dante? Are the pauses deliberately placed by the author in the flowing of verses that help us, the readers, to proceed in the understanding of the text, one step at a time?